Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I will be showing you this look using BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil eyeshadow palette. I'm pretty late doing a tutorial on this, but I really wanted a nice bold eyeshadow palette, and this is my first time trying it, so you guys get to see me try this, so that's exciting. So if you want to learn this nice bold eye look by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to do that, so continue watching. Okay, so starting off, this is what the palette looks like. It has a display of all of the colors in the back, so you can see exactly what colors are there before you get it. Then you just slide it open, and there's the palette. And then when you open it up, it'll have like a basically like this plastic shield, basically, which is like the protector, which is good to have. And here's all the colors here, and I love the fact that this palette has black because I like to put a lot of black mixed with my colors because I just like to make more depth with my eyes, so that really gives you that option. It has a great variety to it, so I love it. I've been actually looking for a palette with lots of different colors to it because I have a lot of neutral palettes. I have a lot of colorful palettes also, but they're not very vibrant, so I've been looking for something. So I want to try this out and you guys get to see with me. This is my first time dipping into this palette, so you guys will see what it looks like on my skin tone, and maybe it'll work for you. So let's get started. I already did my face, so I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my lids with some white base. And I'm just gonna use the mirror that comes with this palette to look into while I do the tutorial. It has a really nice size mirror. I recommend that you use a white base just because when you're doing color, you want the color to come out nice and true to color. So using like a neutral tone or like a nude tone won't really give you the boldest outcome. I mean, it'll still work, but white just tends to give you the truest, boldest tone. Now it's not really as white as I want, so I'm just going to go over that and add a little bit more. Really taking the time to blend the base into the lid as much as possible. Now we're also going to drag some color underneath of our eyes too, so you want to put some of the base underneath your eye. Now today I want to do something a little bit more fun, so I'm going to do one eye one color and the other eye a different color. I've never done an eye look like that, so I'm going to try it today using this palette, so we'll see what look we can create with this fun new palette. So first what I'm going to do on my right eye is I'm going to dip the my brush, which is like a fluffier brush, and I'm going to dip that into the orange tone here. See how this turns out. What we're going to do is we're just going to keep the orange right underneath the brow. You can layer it to make it a little more bolder, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. And then what you want to do, once you've added it at the top, you want to kind of drag it down underneath just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to wait. Let's wait to do that because we want to use a smaller brush. So right now we're just going to go ahead and just keep that orange right at the top. So second, we're going to dip into some red here. We have a red tone, so we're just going to keep this red like right underneath where we put the orange. And basically just kind of go right underneath the orange. You're not going to go all the way up. You're just going to kind of keep that red right underneath the orange tone. Just pat it on. Just drag it in a little bit. Just pat it out. Now really pressing it will give it that true color. Rubbing it, you kind of rub it off. You want to make sure you pat first, always pat first, and just blend out. Once you really like the depth of the red, you want to go ahead and take your other brush that you used for the orange, dip back into the orange just a tad, and blend the red out. So you want to just go ahead and blend that red out. Now you don't want to take your brush and go over the red. You want to keep that red. You want to just take where the line is, you want to just blend that line out with the orange, just so they can like meet together and blend in. Now if you have to go back in and add a little bit more red, just go ahead and do that, just to make sure that both tones are really standing out. Now next we're going to go ahead and dip into some pink. So you want to dip into the pink, and basically we're just repeating the same steps. We're kind of just going underneath of each tone. So you want to go ahead and dip, take a smaller brush, a fairly small brush, and just dip into the pink, and basically just kind of stay underneath of where we put the red, or right on the line where the red ends. You want to just kind of like add that pink right underneath. Now we're basically going to just continue repeating the steps. So we're going to take our brush that we used for the red and just kind of go over top of where we added pink, just to blend that in a little bit. So you just, like I said, you're just going to go ahead and just add a little bit of the previous color over top of the pink, just to blend out, and it also like brings all the tones out just a tad bit more. Now I'm just adding a little bit more pink, and I'm like adding it into the red just a little bit more. Notice I'm not harshly dragging the shadow in, because you just want the eyeshadow to fade inside just a little bit. So I'm not even really focusing on the inner part of the eye at all, really. Just kind of staying. Next, we're going to go ahead and dip into our black at the bottom, and basically we're just going to kind of keep that black right in that crease a little bit. A nice small brush, and just place it in your crease. Don't want to cover up that pink at all, really. You just kind of want to just create a line. And then I'm going to kind of curve it a little bit on the outer corner. Like tuck it in. Now to blend the black out, we're going to dip into this purple here. And we're basically going to take it and blend it out using like nice light circles in that socket, just to blend the black out and give it a little bit more color. And the key to using colors is basically when you blend out, you can just use the previous colors to blend. Like I just used pink. I can go back and use that pink and blend it with the orange a little bit. I mean, and blend it in with the purple a little bit. So taking that pink that we used and going right above the purple just to blend everything in. Looks pretty. I really like how the colors are turning out. They're nice and bold. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and take some blue here. This is the blue, like the third tone in from the top left. 1, 2, 3. And basically add that tone right in the center. Leaving the outer corner exposed and the inner exposed too. So you just want to just go ahead and like keep the main focused on the inside. We're going to take like this navy blue here. We're going to fill in the outer part that we left out with that color. Also the inner part too with the same tone. And just lightly blend it into the first blue that we put on. Now if you need to, you can go back and dip into the previous color and basically add a little bit more in the middle just to make it stand out a little bit more. Then go back in and just keep blending everything in. Now we're going to go right underneath the eye and add some orange. The same orange we used at the top, basically. And basically add it at the very bottom. I'm going to pat it on. Now what you want to do is leave a nice thin stream of white because we're just going to blend red into the orange. Now we're going to go ahead and add our red again. We're going to dip into that one more time and basically just add that to the white. And basically just go ahead and blend that red into the orange just a little bit. Actually, you can take the same brush that you just used for the orange and basically go ahead and blend that in again and kind of just merge the two tones together. Before we finish the lashes and liner, we're going to go ahead and start the other eye. So we're going to use opposite colors. So we're going to start with this baby pink, baby blue tone. It's kind of like turquoisey though. We're going to dip into that. Basically just keep that color right at the top. Same thing like we did on the other eye, but just opposite colors. Right underneath the brow. Blend it in nicely. Like I said, we're not going all the way in towards the nose. We're just kind of keeping it focused on the brow bone. So our next color that we're going to use is this green here. Basically just copy off of everything we did on the right eye and just stay right underneath of where we added the blue. And then using that opposite color to blend that green in a little bit more. That blue. You can dip a little bit more into the blue if you need, but the brush should have some leftover color on it. That should be just enough to blend into the green. Okay, so we want to go a little bit lighter with our green, so we're going to go ahead and dip into this tone here and basically just keep that right underneath of the darker green that we previously used. So we're going to dip into our black and basically create that line like we created on the right eye. Nice thin line here, right across, and do the same thing. You want to tuck it around. Now we're going to blend that out using some blue. So we're going to dip back into the navy blue that we used before. And we're going to take this orange, the same orange we used for the top on the right eye, we're going to actually use that for the inner part of this eye over here. And the same thing, you just want to leave the inner part of that eye out and the outer part. Alright, so we're going to fill the inner part and the outer with this burnt orange here. Now what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of red to that because I think it's blending in a little bit too much. So we're going to add a little bit of red. Just because we want that orange to stand out a little bit more in the middle. Just adding a little bit more orange to the center. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good, looks pretty good, looks pretty good, looks pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and fill the bottom end with more color. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that first tone that we dipped into, was this here. We dipped into this color. Do the same thing we did on the right eye, is just stay right underneath of the white. So now whatever's left over, whatever's still white, we're just going to turn that green. So we're going to dip that back into the green and just fill that in. So now we're going to go ahead and add our eyelashes and eyeliner. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill the waterline in. a nice thin strip. You can add layers, but try to keep it thin underneath the eyes. You don't want to drag it underneath at all. You don't want to cover up the color that you added underneath. Now I'm just going to curl my eyelashes up using my curler. Now you need to just blend your natural lashes in with the false lashes, so just use some mascara. Now we're just going to take some liquid liner and just go right across the top of the lashes and create a nice little wing. Okay, so we're all done with the eyes. Now we're just going to finish off with our lips. And what I'm going to use is my favorite nude lipstick, because we did so much with the eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some like a neutral based lip. So I'm going to just line my lips with like a brown liner. Now we're just gonna go ahead and add our nude lipstick right in between where we added our liner. Kind of keep the lipstick centered. Now this is a matte lipstick. You can shine it up if you want to. It'll look good either way. A shiny nude lipstick or a matte will look good with it, just as long as it's a neutral lip. If you want to go bold and do one of the colors that you used on your lip, that would also be good, but that would be more of a nighttime or like a more festive kind of look. So that's about it. I'm just gonna go finish getting ready, and I will be right back to finish off the end of the video. Okay everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Once I get to 100 subscribers, I will be giving away free product, and I will let you guys know exactly what you need to do to get the free product. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram is TheRealMimi, and if you're not following me on Snapchat, my name is Mimi Cannon. If you have any questions about this video, make sure you comment and I will answer them right away. If you like this video, make sure you push like and also push the bell button so that way you know when I do upload new videos. Let me know what content you want to see. If you guys want to see more fitness videos, more health videos, whatever you guys want to see, make sure you comment and let me know what you guys want to see next. If you haven't watched my last couple videos, I will have them up on this screen so you can click and watch my previous videos, and the ones before that you can watch them as much as you want. Make sure you comment on those too. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.